Episode 3 of House of the Dragon, and things are starting to ramp up. A lot of plot is set into motion. We had a lot of stuff happen in the last episode. I think what's probably most important in my mind is the fact that Aegon has taken Otto out of position, Hand of the King, given that to Kristen, who I hate, and I think that's going to be a big mistake.
I just don't think that Otto's just gonna go away quietly, you know? I feel like he's not like that. And also, he was the one who facilitated all of this, and it kind of came back and bit him in the butt.
Yeah, I think that's what people were saying in the comments about, like, his big fault was anticipating that he was going to act like Viserys. Or not that he was going to act like Viserys, but he had this whole strategy in plan when he died to insert Aegon onto the throne. And it was just, I guess, maybe his own hubris, thinking that he can control him. And that obviously wasn't the case. But yeah, I think he's going to come back into the picture. I think also I saw people compare him to like the Tywin Lannister to this show. And I think that's a pretty good comparison.
I actually really like Otto now. And I think last episode really kind of solidified that. I like him kind of in the way I like Tywin too. You know, it's like, okay, they're not my favorite character necessarily for like certain reasons. But they're still really fun to watch.
I would say that Otto is my favorite character from Team Green, followed by Aemond. Honestly, no one else on this side I like at all. I'm Team Black all the way, but I can acknowledge when they are good characters. And I wanted to bring up something from the last episode that I kind of noticed after the fact when I watched our own reaction, and that is Alicent. Alicent saw Aegon crying in like the room about his son, and then she went to go fuck Kristen again. This was the problem why he wasn't in his post in the first place and why his son even died, and yet you're still making that same damn mistake. Also, another big thing that happened to Team Black in the last episode was Rhaenyra and Daemon's beef from him having killed Aegon's son, and now Daemon's off on his own, and I don't think that's a recipe for a good thing. Like, I feel like he's gonna get himself into some shit. Obviously, that's kind of what got him to this point right now. And he's kind of a wild card. He's like the Joker in this universe. Like, you don't know what he can do. But if you want to watch our full-length reactions to this series where you sync up a copy of your episode with us and watch it from beginning to end with no cuts, you can do that over on our Patreon. The link is down below.
Put the boundary stones back.
We didn't move them.
How did they move themselves then?
They're having a turf war?
Babe killer.
What did you say?
Oh.
Your false queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Oh, because they're on different sides.
Played for Aegon. Did he?
It's interesting to see it from like other perspectives
The rest of the world.
outside the castle.
The rest of the realm.
Aegon Targaryen is no true king.
Oh snap!
Just as you are no true knight.
It's crazy because these are just like kids, really.
Dare.
Oh,
He's probably gonna literally dare. Oh my gosh!
And he fucked around and he found out.
Oh my gosh! That is... Whoa. Goodness gracious!
It's crazy that that little, like, beef right there, tiff, I couldn't think of the word, ended like this.
Oh my... That's so many... Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh my god! It keeps going!
But it's so interesting, like, it was so minuscule. I didn't really understand what we were watching at first, but those rocks were like, don't cross this fucking line. And it was two different families that are sided with two different sides of this war.
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this. Hotter blood has...
That's true?
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place.
That's crazy.
Enough, they usurped my throne. That's just one answer. Or was it when the child was beheaded?
Oh, it's just like, you know.
When Aemond killed Luke?
Yeah, it's just like, which event?
Wow.
When Luke took Aemon's eye.
Oh my gosh, just taking it further.
Now at the point where none of it will matter. When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten. There may be another way. Alicent Hightower.
Oh.
Like, speaking with her directly?
That'd be interesting to see them actually talk. If he's the hand, does he have to be a knight anymore, or is he still just a knight and a hand?
You're just sitting around, lazy-ass Kingsguard.
Sir Arik was awarded the great duty of ending Rhaenyra's challenge. He failed to discharge it.
He failed because the scheme was rash.
You didn't tell anybody, and you just sent him off.
House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwood.
Oh, that's what we saw earlier.
Lord Samuel Blackwood himself is slain.
Good. First blood in our name.
Oh my god.
Besides, took heavy losses, Your Grace.
The Blackwoods and the Brackens have feuded for centuries. This is nothing more than an excuse for them to indulge their ancient grudge. It's no true war.
Call it what you will. I call it war.
Gosh.
And your brother Darren's dragon Rhaenyra's fighting age, call on them to suppress the Riverlands.
Alas, they are months away.
They keep talking about his brother Darren, but like, did Alicent have another kid?
I was told you turned back from your ship to bring warning.
I was not believed.
I hope she works for her and stays.
You saved my life.
As I would think, you would wish to reward me.
What price would you set?
A place at your court.
Oh. Do it.
You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful.
Oh.
That's interesting.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Harrenhal.
Apparently so.
Oh. That was very easy.
Okay, well.
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name. I swear this by the old gods and the new.
Or is he gonna be like, pledge to me?
And what of your lord? Larys Strong.
Larys.
He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family. So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your grace.
Your grave?
Forgive me, I'd only assumed that as consort.
And we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption.
Your grace.
Does that mean that...
No, I think it's the opposite.
Okay.
Because, like, isn't that what you call, like,
Well, because he said as the consort, I assume that you'd be prince, but he's saying, call me your grace.
There are 40,000 swords in the Riverlands, the largest undeclared host in the realm. Only Harrenhal is of a size enough to garrison them.
You should know that a substantial number of those swords have now declared and are presently at war.
That's where Aemon and Kristen are going.
Why?
Oh, well. Sin begets sin. Begets sin.
This is just like what's her face was saying, you know? Mm-hmm. The eye, the sun.
Yeah.
That would be Lord Grover Tully, but he grows frail. It's said that he can no longer speak, nor seal his bowels. His grip on his bannerman is weak. They feel they can do as they please.
I will speak with him nonetheless. People should obey their liege lord, whatever his condition.
Oh, I feel like that was like a reference back to Viserys.
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
But for who? For Rhaenyra or for you? Like, is it? Am I the only one who doesn't know for sure? Or, like, what do you think? You think
I
it's for
feel like
Rhaenyra?
it's for still Rhaenyra. Like, I think they're still just like loving the family, and I think he's just pissed off at her and shit. But I still think he's fucking crazy. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like her telling him off like one time isn't enough.
To like for him to want to just take the throne.
Yeah.
I love Jaehaerys, but my concern has been more for you and what you have endured. Helena,
I forgive you.
Oh.
She gonna bring it up?
I said that I forgive you.
For?
Suits you, your grace.
Left unsaid, but she knew what you meant.
Aegon the Conqueror reborn.
Just
At once, your grace.
He's gonna come whisper his way.
If what I'm anticipating happens, like that little battle between Kristen and Daemon, and if Daemon wins that, he's slipping into Hand of the King.
There are diverse rumors whispered on the streets of your city. One such is that your grace sends his forces to battle, and in his courage and wisdom flies with them. Another is that his grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Kristen, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence.
Oh, whoa! These rumors.
At her side.
Whoa!
Absurd, of course.
But he said it though.
But is he trying to put that in his head? I don't know. Larys could be out for his own best interest.
I could see him saying that to put that in his head.
Yeah.
Tend to them then.
But he's also earning his favor, so
Yeah.
I don't think he wants him dead for that very reason.
Oh, I think he wants to, you know, have his rank go higher.
Had no use for a master of whisperers.
But he does.
And yet, I find myself wanting for one.
Well, there he goes.
I should be glad of your talents.
You honor me, your grace.
Shall we escort you to the dragon pit, your grace?
No, he's staying.
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
What? These fucking yes men? They just fucking back up whatever he says.
That wants bedding in.
He's never fucked a woman.
You're sworn to chastity now.
What are you gonna do, Aegon? Oh, let's see. Is he gonna?
Yes, Your Grace.
Use his authority.
They're not taking it seriously though, but
I'm the son of Balon the Brave. Bastard brother to Prince Daemon and the late
What?
King Viserys.
Oh.
Uncle to the one true queen.
So you're
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
maybe part of the family?
are you just saying that though, or is that for real?
I mean, why are we focused on him?
Who else doesn't have silver hair? The rightful heir to the Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Jacaerys Velaryon.
Ooh, you said that so loud.
Nephew.
Oh my gosh. Well, the timing on that one.
All hail the king!
You fucking are so full of shit! Oh, it's his brother.
Oh, awkward.
I saw people be memeing him too, like that he was like Voldemort's body in like the little white world. He was like this.
You have come so far. And,
This is his
and
private
yet you still
time.
lie with your very first. What a fine, sweet thing.
Your squire is welcome to her. One oar is as good as another.
Oh.
He just turned from like simp to Sigma so quick.
That was kind of sad, actually.
Sir Gawain, our company is camped back yonder.
On the cold, hard ground.
I feel like Daemon's gonna show up.
Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Kristen dies.
I hope he does, but I feel like it might be her brother too that fucking dies
my
here.
gosh.
And whatever, if like Rhaenyra's feeling a little sympathetic right now, and she's gonna reach out to Alicent, and her lover and her brother die.
With your army at first light.
Oh, shit's gonna happen!
If their wine is good, perhaps a little.
We're exposed.
What?
Yes, here we go! Fucking kill them all!
Oh my gosh, it's Daemon, isn't it?
Oh no, it's the daughter.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
Well, maybe.
Maybe
not.
y'all are gonna be fine then. I feel like she.
Oh, is she
Oh
gonna
my
do
gosh!
this?
No freaking way.
Oh shit! Really?
I mean, I guess she's the daughter of Daemon, so. Oh my! Is she really gonna do
Oh
that?
my gosh!
Dang, she could see far from up in the sky.
The goddess! Do it! Wow. Into the woods.
Oh my gosh. What was she doing? Was she trying to kill them?
Maybe. But I mean, I feel like she has to be, because why would she be
I
like,
know,
you
like
know,
she came on
attacking?
them quick. Or is she just trying to like see what they're doing, maybe? Like
I don't feel like you come up on him that quickly for that.
Sir Kristen Cole. With some half-dozen other knights, I'm sure of it.
Could you be certain it was Cole from such a great height?
It was not such a great height, Your Grace.
She got really close.
Said not to engage, so I didn't. Exactly.
Loose the dragon's root Cole out and burn him.
She gonna make her move now?
I have heard your arguments and will consider them.
What was said in that letter? Rhaenyra just seems like she's very much so on defense right now.
Is it gonna be that girl?
You put a sword in the door.
I feel like it is, because they emphasized that girl earlier. No? What is going on?
Is he seeing things?
What the heck? Is this a dream or are you like hallucinating?
I think he's hallucinating.
Always coming and going, aren't you?
Who is this?
Is it Rhaenyra?
And I have to clean up.
Young Rhaenyra! He's hallucinating! Oh, that's the fucking... Oh my gosh, you might be losing it.
Is this him like feeling guilty or like...
Maybe.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I mean, he's fucking crying. Damon, don't win my heart.
I thought he already had your heart.
I mean, he does. Oh my gosh, though. Ooh, that is interesting. Where the fuck are you, bro?
Did he sleepwalk?
Oh my gosh, Damon. Ooh, I don't know, man.
Oh my gosh, is this the girl? That's the one I was talking about, I think. Is she like a sorceress or something?
You will die in this place.
Oh my goodness. What the heck?
She seems like a freaking witch.
She reminds me of like the other one from
The Red Woman.
yeah, the main show. Oh, was that like the tree?
Yeah,
you know?
I think so, yeah.
That's crazy. She literally said you will die in this place. What is that? Hopefully not actually.
Witches don't know all. That other one thought that like Stannis was gonna be king.
Movements of Alicent Hightower.
Would you take her hostage? Or kill her outright?
I would speak with her.
Killing her would be easier.
That's not what she
If war
asked.
can be averted, it is my duty to avert it.
Dang,
I have reason to believe she may be of the same opinion. She sent a raven. She has expressed her remorse.
She's just like the opposite of how Aegon is right now.
But they're going to war. It's like whatever the next action is, that's what's going to take it over the top. That's why I feel like it's going to probably be Kristen and the brother that die.
This is gonna be interesting, like to see how she talks to Alicent. Because at this point, Alicent does seem removed from what Aegon's doing. Like, he's like making his own decisions. And she's just kind of like there.
That raven, though, was sent before Aegon's son was killed. So there's that.
Yeah, that is true.
I just like, where's this conversation going to go? Like, it's my throne. Like, have your son step off. Like, you think she's going to agree to that? I don't.
Bygones! Everything bygones.
Like, son for a son.
Cooking, you know. I know. Now I don't know how she's gonna react, to be honest. Like, you just... Like, hello, stepmother.
Former best friend. Oh my gosh.
No. If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. Though not before I killed you. And then what?
I guess you win at that point. Like,
I've begun badly.
It's like awkward. Can we just like start over?
Rhaenys has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come. So you've come to surrender then? I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace. My dragons are restless, they smell battle. But if you and I may come to terms... There are no terms now.
Oh.
Your allies turn from you and they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime. I could never have imagined you.
Oh my gosh.
I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son. I repudiate that act with all my heart. Of course you do. I'm usurping my rightful inheritance.
Well,
have you now stooped so low that you will countenance the suffering and death of thousands in order that your feckless son... Your father changed his mind.
No, he fucking
didn't! I saw the king that night. Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. A right he upheld steadfastly.
This is where it all
every
started
day
to
of his
be
life
Otto.
before he died. And yet you will maintain that his mind was changed in an instant. I will. You lie. My father loved me, Alicent. And I
he'd always said it was you.
Did you betray him at the very last? When was your plan first laid? Was your ambition so keen? He changed his mind.
It's just what she wants to believe, but... Or what she thinks, but it's not what it was.
I swear this to you, on the memory of my mother.
Because it's what she believes, but that's not what's true, though.
Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
But you usurped her throne. This has just been the misunderstanding of a century at this point. Like, come on.
What did he say at the end? Did he speak my name?
Don't let her believe that he actually did change his mind. Come on, no! Don't believe that! Oh my gosh.
You're getting gaslit. So you believe him? He was on his deathbed!
Hard at times to understand.
So
then what the hell the fuck do you believe this so wholeheartedly?
Aegon's name.
You need to what did he actually say? No, Rhaenyra, no! You were the heir! Oh my gosh. Like he said your entire life.
Promised to unite the realm. What? Not as peace as you do, but to preserve...
Oh my gosh, she knows! She knows!
He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire.
Oh, the Song of Ice and Fire.
It's a story he once told about Aegon the Conqueror.
This is like really awkward.
The Conqueror.
Or we like, do we see what went, you know, got confused here? This is just so weird. Like, after everything. Oh goodness.
I don't know if this is a moment we should be laughing.
It's just so, you know.
You can prevent this, Alicent. A terrible war is looming.
I mean, at this point...
I think she realizes she fucked up.
But at this point, Rhaenyra is like, okay, let's just put it behind us right now. Like, oh no!
My father has gone from court. God is on the march, Aemon.
But then again, what could she do without Otto?
You know what Aemon is?
Wow.
It's too late, Rhaenyra. Alicent.
I feel like she knows now what
I
she
think
did,
so, but like her
there's-
son is on the throne. What is she just gonna throw this all
Right.
away?
Like, and
you honestly, what is she gonna say?
Exactly.
Aegon, you're not king.
Yeah.
Step down.
Like, oops,
After they killed his fucking son too.
Like, I misunderstood your dad.
Yeah.
Like, it's too late now. It's all happened. All from this, like, such a misunderstanding and just...
Mhm.
At first, it seemed like she actually thought Viserys changed his mind, but then once Alicent said what he actually said, it was like, Aegon the Conqueror is what he was talking about. And then it seemed like Alicent realized, but it's like, at this point, it's too late.
Too far gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she definitely tried to prevent the war that was already oncoming. I feel like it's something that women here would have done that men probably wouldn't have done. They would have rushed to war. We saw it at the beginning of this episode where it's just like this blind allegiance to the side that you picked, and they were just like, they fucking killed each other.
Yeah.
That was a crazy shot, but honestly, I think that the end of this episode was a lot better than, like, let's say the middle of the episode. I thought there was a lot of exposition. I do think that the next episode is probably going to be really cool. There's a lot of different dynamics at play, though. Daemon is kind of, like, fucking lost a little bit right now. He saw young Rhaenyra, which that was kind of cool to see the young actress who played Rhaenyra come back for a moment there, sewing the freaking head back on Aegon's son. Damn. But anyway, I think that also kind of proves that he does kind of like, he does love Rhaenyra, and he's always had that affection for Rhaenyra, even, you know, their weird dynamic, but you know, that's just the Targaryen way, I guess. Either way though, I do think what is going to end up happening is there is a confrontation that's about to happen, I think, between Daemon, and I think what we have on the other side is Kristen, Alicent's brother, and Aemon, possibly because she said, you know about Aemon. And Aemon, I thought was maybe going to meet up with them at some point. I kind of got confused at several different points throughout this episode, in all honesty. That was another point that I kind of got a little bit confused by. But I feel like somebody's fucking dying. And I feel like it's leaning toward Kristen, because it would make sense in my mind that Kristen dies and then Larys takes on the mantle of Hand of the King. I think he's just a better strategist, in all honesty. Now, I do think he has his own motives, and you know, Daemon is actually at his family's like castle, what's left of it anyway, and they don't really like him too much. Obviously, he killed his father and the brother, if I'm not mistaken,
which was Rhaenyra's children's father.
Yeah, so there's that whole dynamic, and I think I wouldn't trust him, but he's also very smart. He's very much like the little finger of the show.
It'll be interesting to see how things go forward now that Alicent and Rhaenyra have had this conversation. And it was almost kind of sweet at first, for lack of a better word. Not like sweet like that, but it's just because they were childhood friends, and then it's also sad because of everything that's transpired, and now for them to meet back up again like that. And when it was almost somewhat cordial, it was like, you know, there is no really resolution. Like, there wasn't a resolution to be had, probably no matter how much either of them actually just wanted to avoid the bloodshed. But I think it seemed like Alicent realized that she misunderstood what he had said.
Larys, yeah.
But I mean, that misunderstanding caused a lot of problems too, though.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of Rhaenyra being defensive here, like on the defense and not being on the offense. And I think like whatever that next action or the next death, we'll call it a death just because I feel like someone is going to die. I think that is going to kind of lock them both into their positions fully. Yeah. Now, like you said, this was very cordial to an extent, to the point where like if that was Cersei, she would have just fucking screamed out and had this fucking woman killed, you know? So there was still something there, but at the end of the day, like you said, there was no turning back. Like, you're not just gonna walk up to Aegon and be like, hey, I fucked up. It was just a tale of ice and fire, you know? And like, it's gonna be, you should step down. I know your son's dead. It's fine. Rhaenyra was supposed to be here. That's not gonna happen.
But now, though, from Rhaenyra's perspective, it's like, okay, the cat's out of the bag. Like, she had it confirmed to her what Viserys actually said, and it was the Song of Ice and Fire. And, like, that proves that she still was the heir. She still is the heir, and she's, like, rightfully should be on the throne.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is that battle. Like the battle, because they're both kind of heading to the same spot, if I'm not mistaken. So if that fight ends up happening, somebody's going to die, and that is going to lock in their positions. You know? Maybe they both die. I doubt that. But, you know, Daemon was told you're going to die here. And that's ominous. I'm trying to think back and wrap my mind around a lot of different predictions that like were said, like, okay, what's actually going to happen in like the world of Game of Thrones, and then what has or hasn't happened based off of those prophecies, predictions. I mean, this could just not even be a witch, you know, this could just be a random woman. But she did kind of give a little bit of vibes like, to, I forgot her name, but that red woman who was with Stannis.
Like the sorceress type vibes.
And, you know, that tree was there. Daemon was in front of that tree. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I don't think that Daemon will probably be here to the end of this, but I don't necessarily think he's dying immediately. I feel like he still has more to do. And it just kind of feels like Kristen, if it is between those two, I think it's closer that Christian is closer to death than Daemon. And it just makes sense because he's kind of like already gotten to this point now, and where else does his character go from here? And I don't think he's staying hand to the king for forever, because I do think that there are more strategic options out there, whether that being going back to Otto or inserting Larys into there, which, you know, Larys is just always just there in Aegon's ear. Either way though, I think that next episode is going to be significantly better than this episode. I still think this episode had its moments, but I do think that this was the slowest out of the 3 episodes we've seen so far.
Alright y'all, well thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.